is a 61-year-old convenience store owner in Columbia, South Carolina, and yesterday he was found not guilty of the 2023 shooting of a 14-year-old named Cyrus Belton, sending healing energy to the family of Cyrus Belton, R.I.P. to that young brother. 14 years old, shot and killed by Rick Chow. The prosecution and defense, of course, had different stories. Prosecutor said Chow acted in anger because he wrongly thought the teen had stolen 4 bottles of water from the store. A defense lawyer said Chow fired to defend his only son after the teen pointed a gun at him. The 14-year-old had a loaded firearm. In South Carolina, I believe you have to be 21 to purchase a handgun. If you're 18 to 20, state law says you can legally acquire and possess handguns through private sales or as a gift from your immediate family. I also know that the jury found Rick Chow not guilty, and in America, that's how the legal system works. Well, Donkey of the Day isn't a legal award, okay? It's a common sense award, and common sense tells me, okay, Charlemagne the God, Leonard McKelvey, that if you're chasing a 14-year-old child, okay, if prosecutors said Chow chased the teen more than 130 yards from the store, I don't see how that's self-defense, okay? How are you protecting your son if you're the one in pursuit, okay? According to prosecutor, Cyrus never stole the water, put the bottles back, ran from the store, and was eventually shot in the back after a chase. You just heard the news report. Defense argued that Chow was protecting his son because the teen had a gun and pointed it at him. Hey, if that happened and you would have pulled your gun out and defended your son in that scenario, then I would completely understand. But here's the thing. I don't see no proof that that happened, okay? And if that young man did that and ran away, why would you run after him? Okay, see, that's the problem. Too many people want to play police officer, judge, jury, and in this case, executioner, okay? If you think someone shoplifted, call the cops, okay? If you say this young man pulled a gun on you and threatened the life of your son but then ran away, call the cops, okay? Every situation does not require escalation. And this was clearly one of those situations, okay? Why turn a minor dispute into a permanent consequence? Nobody should lose their life over something that could have been handled with a phone call to 911, all right? Being angry doesn't give you the right to be deputized, okay? You are not the law, Rick Chow, all right? Hell, it wouldn't be justified if they did it either, all right? Just because you think somebody did something wrong doesn't give you the authority to chase them down and kill them, okay? And now, multiple witnesses testified that they didn't see anything in Cyrus Belton's hands and didn't see him point a gun as he ran from the store. Prosecutors acknowledged the young man, Cyrus Belton, had a semi-automatic pistol, but they say it fell on the ground during the chase and he never threatened anyone with it. I know people are going to keep talking about the fact this young man had a pistol, but he got chased down and shot in the back, okay? I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I know why legally this man, Rick Chow, got off, because to me, honestly, all I see is a young black man getting shot and killed over a situation that shouldn't have escalated to this, okay? Sometimes the best thing you can do is let law enforcement handle it after the fact. Now, I'm a South Carolina native, born and raised. That is home, but New Jersey is my home too. And in New Jersey, okay, me and Envy discussed this a lot for some reason. I don't know why we've discussed this a lot over our lives since we've known each other, but you generally cannot use deadly force like shooting a gun against someone who is fleeing, retreating, or running away, okay? The law requires that you only use deadly force if you reasonably believe it is immediately necessary to prevent death or serious bodily harm. If an attacker is retreating, the imminent threat is past, making the use of deadly force unjustifiable. That's New Jersey, okay? And under New Jersey's castle doctrine, you do not have a duty to retreat if you are inside your home, provided you did not initiate the conflict. However, you still cannot use deadly force against an intruder, burglar, whatever it is, if they are turning to flee or clearly retreating. That's the debate me and you've had over the years. Because I'll be like, pop that, okay? Or pop that person, whoever it is. But you legally can't do that.
If he's running, you can. If he's leaving, you can. If it's back towards you, you can.
And listen, that sounds perfectly rational to me, okay? I don't know legally, okay? That sounds perfectly legal. No, it sounds rational too. If somebody's running away from you, if they're retreating. Okay. But I get it.
You come in somebody's house with your family and your kids.
I get it.
You know they there. What are you coming there for, knowing I'm there? Like,
I get it. I get it. The house is different, though. House is different. I just don't know how you justify chasing someone down and shooting them in the back. If this young man had shot your son and you were so full of rage you went after him, I could understand. But I can't wrap my mind around this one, okay? If somebody can run away from you, then they aren't an immediate threat to you, okay? Let them go. Water bottles can be replaced. Human lives cannot. Donkey of the Day is sponsored by renowned personal injury attorney Michael the Bull Lamonsoff.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It would have been a difference if he was running and as he running, he aiming back and he's firing off his weapon. But I'm like, he is no longer an imminent threat when his back is he's running away. How can he be a threat when he's running away?
130 meters, yards, whatever. I don't. Just doesn't make sense. To
Is
act
that
like
it's
even if he ran out the store and they did it, his back is still to them.
mhm.
Mm.
Yep.
They're
That's
saying that they're
terrible.
protesting in South Carolina.
But what is that gonna do though? He can't be charged again. What are they protesting for? Does it say like to change the laws or pass a law in his name? I mean, I don't think they can retry him because he was found not guilty. That's double jeopardy. Are they protesting his store?
So I'm reading this comment and it said, "How would you act if you got kids coming in and robbing your business all the time?" Somebody said, "What?" Somebody else said, "You expect them to have a good attitude and service to the same people that have been stealing from them, the same people who are disrespecting the child family by stealing and armed with stolen guns. You want the childs to be friendly with those folk." Now, I'm not talking about the shooting, but you're not entitled to respect and entitled to respect and good service when you have zero of the same standards for yourself.
Mm. Now these hateful people fixing to come out and make all their little comments. Stealing is wrong, but he did not have no bottles of water. He didn't take no bottles of water out of the store. Now, was he possibly going to think about taking them and running or whatever? Don't know, but he didn't take none out the store with him. So again, he didn't even commit a crime. That's just sad.
Mm.
Yep, sad.
Um, yeah.
But nope, I'm with Charlemagne. He was no longer an imminent threat. So that's just giving these store owners and anybody else the right to shoot and thinking that they can absolutely get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Well, what else is out there?
Let's see.
They're about to have go on trial for that track meet stabbing in Texas.
Oh, oh, wow.
They're doing jury selection now.
Dang. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Okay, let me watch this.
Let's see. Let me do the. Where it go?
Okay.
Is this a new angle?
No, this is the interactions before.
Why is she watching him like that? Is that all of it?
And the mom just sitting here watching them too.
I mean, they was watching him from the moment he walked in. And then it seemed like she was on her phone texting somebody.
Investigator
Is
Jordan.
that car hanging over the chip?
While we're watching that, who is this woman we're seeing right
Wow.
here in the screen?
Alice Child.
Alsha?
Yes.
Okay. And then the other male we've seen in the videos with the hat on backwards too?
Andy Child.
Okay, thank you. Who is that individual
In the plaid shirt.
in the plaid shirt?
Rick Child.
All right. Moving on to slide 10 of stage number 4.
States number 4 is next.
Okay, he just put 4 back.
I'm gonna skip slide 11 because.
And she's standing there watching them put them back.
13 of states 4.
Okay, you hear him say, I don't have any water bottles on me. I think she said, hurry up and buy.
All right. Next is slide 14 of states 4.
And she's just a lord. Mm-mm.
And then I know this is after the fact, but y'all want to leave the store. Let's see if all 3 of y'all left. So you worried about a little kid stealing, but you got 2 other individuals in there that could have just took whatever they want because nobody watching.
Nobody is still in there. It was unmanned. Yep. Yep.
Let me ask you, investigator B, you review the videos, did Cyrus Carmack-Belton ever?
And then, like, what? You see him put the bottles back as a member.
That's why I said she was standing there. I guess that was
talking
a
about the
female, but
jury
she was
now.
standing there. Yeah.
As a member of the jury, you see him put the water bottles back. He leaves the store. 3 people are after him. And then you find out later that they chased him for 130 meters, yards, whatever it may be, away from the store. Why aren't the people that are chasing him aggressors now? He
That's
didn't
why I
steal.
said, and Charlamagne said, the imminent of danger it had shifted. He's running away. He's retreating. He's running. You're chasing. You're the aggressor. At what point in time does the role of being the aggressor change? If somebody is running away or walking away and you now are going after them. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. I'm like, he's knowingly running away with a gun that dropped so many yards or feet from being chased, and he's running away with a weapon on him.
Brandish a firearm inside of 7441 Park Lane Road, the Shell gas station owned by Rick Chow.
He did not.
Did Cyrus Carmack-Belton ever point a red laser that was attached to a Taurus pistol while he was in the Shell station at 7441 Park Lane Road?
He did not.
To your knowledge, has anybody ever said he did that
It's in the store?
in the store?
No, no one.
And then, wait a minute. Look, okay, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they have it or not, but I'm just looking and being observant. This right here.
Ain't that the button to call the?
It's a button for that or either to lock the door. Why didn't you press the button? If you were so concerned that he was stealing.
And like they said, why did they not call the police as he was running out? We just got robbed or whatever they wanted to call it in as. They didn't even do that.
I'm just so lost because
And then my whole thing
130
is, at
yards.
any point in time in this video, you don't even see or hear him being aggressive or getting out of character or, you know what I'm saying? He ain't even doing nothing. Now, if he mumbling and it ain't picking up, but he's not coming in there guns a-blazing, you know what I'm saying, trying to get them to give him the money out of the register. He's not even doing anything but walking around in the store. He ain't knocked no shelves down, ain't threw stuff on the floor. He's just graciously walking around in the store.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. He was walking around, looking, wandering, whatever. Raise your suspicion. Okay. I don't think he ever showed him or showed them what was in his hoodie pocket. So that's probably what made them believe he stole something. And also, I don't think even if it's either he had the gun right there or it was in his waistband, and so this is probably why he didn't lift his shirt up. Or if he did, it was very, very little. But I still can't get over the fact 130 yards, meters, yards, whatever it may be. And wait a minute, he's a teen. What was the distance from Rick Chow and the teen? Because I'm thinking the teen can outrun this old man all day. What was the distance that you shot him?
Who was this man out here behind the counter with the back? Is that
That's
the
the
son?
son.
Oh, see that no.
Moving on to states, or slide 18 of states number 4. Do you agree with it? There was multiple angles that you were able to review.
And then from the looks of
Man, I'm
this,
confused.
From the looks of this, he probably didn't even start running until he realized they were chasing after him. If I'm
Because I was just getting ready to say that he didn't even run out the door. He walked out the door.
and this is
He didn't run out that door.
a bottle of water, but all three of y'all are gonna leave the store, and they could have took more than bottles of water. Y'all left y'all whole register unmanned.
Slide 20, states number 4.
So 130 yards. I want to say diagonal and around the corner, maybe. I hope that's on camera.
Next is slide 21, states number 4.
Ran out his shoes. Literally running for his life. Watch Ray, the next 2 steps.
Did you ever recover? Did you ever see the shoe that popped off the head of that slide?
When I went back to the store, it was on the counter along with 2 cell phones.
Okay. And who had collected those cell phones and that shoe?
Alice Chow.
And she had taken it from the scene and brought it back to the gas station?
That is correct.
Do you know if she took any other evidence from the scene?
I do not.
Okay. But the crime scene was unable to collect the shoe and the cell phones from where they were originally found because Alice Chow had already moved them?
That is correct.
All right, I'm going to skip a couple here and do slide 24 of states number 4.
So y'all all three
She
went
could ain't
100
no-
plus meters
Yep.
from the gas station, and anybody could have took something. And what would y'all have done if they took something? Went through the camera footage and see what all they took, who they were, what happened. Yo,
Mm.
I think I'll befriend somebody
They
if,
could have
if they
filed a
agree with this
police
verdict.
report. Hell,
And
I would have paid for the 4 bottles of water, even if he didn't steal it, just to be like, here's y'all money.
I think I will honestly befriend
Y'all worried
somebody
about 4
over
bottles
this
of
over this
water.
topic.
That,
And
that's correct. They worried about 4 bottles of water that probably was like what, under $10, and you didn't took a 14-year-old boy's life
and
over some water.
part of it's because most people would say, "Oh, well, they should have went for manslaughter." Well, I don't even think this is. I think this is murder.
It is, but I'm telling you, it's the way the jury instructions are written up. It's the way to
So
do, and then they
if
probably
he
did
was
not.
if he was to fire at them, who was in the wrong?
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is, if the jury, if the prosecutors and the DA only had first degree on the table, nothing else for the juries to say, well, we don't say first degree, let's look at second degree and manslaughter, because there's a lot of times they can say, well, we who all think is first degree, and then if the majority is unanimous that everybody says it's first degree, I mean, they're not, it's not first degree, then they can say, okay, well, we'll move to second degree or manslaughter. But if they just charged him with the first degree, and then in the jury instructions per South Carolina or however it was written up, if there's no other option of charging and convicting other than first degree, and they don't find him guilty, or it's not unanimous and everybody don't agree on it, that's what happened. Now, if they would have said first degree, and then if you guys don't find them guilty of first degree, we also want to bring up second degree manslaughter and whatever the other one, the lesser charge is, then they could have went through each one. But I don't think that was the case with this. I think they actually charged them with first degree. I would have to see the jury instructions. I would have to see the jury instructions. But I'm telling you, if it was just straight first degree, and there
There
was
is no
nothing else
first
for them to
degree
deliberate on,
in the state. It's just murder.
huh? Well, see, they. But I think the way the prosecutors or DA choose to go, they probably could have left it open to keep. Well, no, you said it's just murder. So there's no other lesser charges like manslaughter, second degree in South Carolina. There got to be, but they're gonna be letting a lot of people off for murder if just straight first degree murder is the only charge they can charge. It can't be the only one. But no, but I bet you that's what it was. It was something similar to that. And that's why I said yesterday, it goes back to sometimes after a trial like this, they come back and blame the prosecutors or DA's office that they overcharged, or they shouldn't have charged first degree. They probably should have charged with second degree or whatever. That's probably why. But I mean, they had a strong. I mean, it was, why not?
Mm-mm-mm.
Slide. What
Did
was
she
that?
pick up his shoe?
Miss Chow with the shoe and 2 cell phones.
Going now to
And he even took off his backpack, put it next to the door.
Now put down your backpack. Backpack needs to put on the ice cream chest. Yep.
Okay, so why was he supposed to have the 4 bottles of water?
And then I don't like how She sees him, says what he says, and then she immediately pulls out.
And she left the register to go follow him.
Fluffing up some damn chips.
Okay, so I'm confused. So at what point in time did he point a gun at his son?
It had to have been after that corner.
I mean, but he was running, so I don't think that little boy turned around and pointed a gun. Hell, it probably dropped, but he didn't stop in mid stride, running away, being chased by two grown men. Turn around, pulled a gun, and pointed. He did not do that. I don't care what they say, what they said. He did not do that. And then they shot him in the back.
I'm just so I
So
still
he gonna
can't get
point
over
it.
this. How?
So he gonna point, stop in mid stride, let them catch up with him, point the gun, turn around again, start running, and then drop it. No,
I'm just like,
I'm
so
telling you
y'all
right
mean to tell
now
me
that
a phantom bottle of water is more important than a human life, regardless if it was murder or manslaughter? He didn't have the water bottle.
you need to try to. He
The
didn't even have his
video, the
backpack in the
video
store because he took it
showed
by the
him
door.
grabbing four, putting four back.
And then his backpack was at the door.
How's?
So I'm sure he ran off and left the backpack there. He didn't have that backpack running.
He had it when he It's in his left hand.
He don't have no backpack.
It's in his left hand.
Is it? It must be small. Oh, okay, I see it. I see it. I see it.
But I agree with South Carolina raising hell. I agree. After seeing this, grab four, put four back. He's running away. Two grown men are chasing him. And from what I read yesterday, there's a firearm near his body. So I need to see another angle. I need to see the angle of around this corner and see, did he ever turn while he was running and try to shoot, or did it just fall out?
Tell you, I think it just fell out because I don't know him. Don't know nothing about none of this. Don't personally know them. But and the way he walked in that store, he wasn't hooping and hollering. He didn't look like he was coming in trying to start nothing. You cannot tell me that little boy ran out that store mid stride as fast as he was running. Gonna turn around, stop, and let them try to catch up with him, and then turn around and start back running again and get shot in the back.
No, no. I'm
Mm-mm.
saying, I'm saying, while he was running, he probably reached inside his pants or his pocket and went like this while he was running.
See, I don't even
Otherwise,
think
it
he did
fell
that.
out.
I don't even think he had the mindset to do that. I don't even think he had the mindset to do that. He had the mindset of getting away. I don't even think he thought to take the gun out and do that. Like I said, I don't know him, but I think it fell out his pocket. And I think it was either in his hoodie pocket or in his waist of his pants. And he probably didn't have a damn belt on. He was probably sagging and it fell.
People of South Kakalaki, listen. Do not, whatever gas station this is, don't go to it anymore. Don't. There's no reason to.
And then my thing is, like Charlemagne said, let the police handle it. You got that boy in the store on multiple slides of y'all video footage, face visibly seen. It wouldn't have been hard to identify him and the police go pick him up or question him.
And like you said, if people were committed or convicted of a crime like this because they shot somebody running away in their back, I'm filing an appeal. And I'm bringing up this case right here. How did this man get off and I'm sitting here for I don't know how long?
Mhm. But you got to look at the fact too on the flip side of being an attorney. Like you said, this is going to be used as an example to get other murderers, because I'm going to call it what it is. He was a murderer and is a murderer. They're going to use that to get their future clients off.
Now, did we still don't know if Chow like stayed on scene and tried to help him. So if he did, maybe that's some grace that the jury was showing, but
Mhm.
enough grace to where he's not. What was the count? We didn't even
What
get a
you mean the
hung
count?
jury.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I wonder if you can find the jury how they voted.
And I think I read it was like
I'm
6
curious.
black and
But
6
see, the
mixed.
thing is, too, but then too, it depends. I don't know what South Carolina is in this case. If it had to be unanimous, that means I wonder how many people on that jury initially said guilty, and then they had to continue deliberating because it had to be unanimous. All had to vote guilty.
No,
And
we
I'm
sitting
just
in there.
curious,
We sitting in there for I don't know how long. Cause after seeing this, what?
but
Not
I'm
guilty.
telling you,
Oh,
it could have been
we sitting
some
there for a
jurors
cool
in
eight
there
months.
that
I don't care.
initially said, I know, but it could have been some that said guilty, and then the not guilty weighed them down. That's why I said I don't like that. After that trial that I was on, and I'm gonna say it again, me and I think three, four others said not guilty because the young boy, I just knew he was not guilty, and if I thought he was guilty, I would have said it. But I think his daddy did it. But to this day, then we kept deliberating, kept deliberating, kept deliberating. Then more and more was swaying to the guilty side. And then it came down to like me and this other guy. And then we had been there like 9, 10 hours already. This was going 11, 12 o'clock at night. And then the one guy turned to me and said, Lucy, I can't. I'm ready to go home. And I was like,
See, that's the
what?
problem. That's the problem. Look, for one, you getting paid. Two, it's basically like survival of the fittest. Who could, you know, who's the
Yep.
last man standing? I don't think that's
Yep.
the right way
Yep.
of
And
doing it
then
because I'm
and
tired,
then I
because
kid
I
you
kinda
not,
hear this and
it-
that.
I, I I put that on everything. He told me that. So he said guilty. And I said, nope, I can't do it. He didn't do it. And then so I turned to this other woman. I said, so if this was your son on trial and you knew in your heart that he didn't do anything and he wasn't guilty, I said, you would be okay with 12 people just randomly going back and forth and saying he guilty because I'm ready to go home. And I said, well, I'm sorry. Nope, they all flipped to not guilty because, and then they even called the bailiff and told the foreman did, and told the bailiff to ask the judge, can we go home for the day or whatever and come back that next morning and to deliberate. And the judge came back and said, no, it has to be done tonight. And then that's when they all flipped and
We
said not
sitting
guilty.
there.
But yeah, and I'm that's the nonsense that go on behind closed doors. And then it too, it's a lot of people in there that like to try to throw their weight, especially if they're the what you call them, the main jury. I mean the juror. Is it the not the foreman? Is it the foreman? He's like that, he or she, whoever is picked as that, oversees everything. You had some of them in there who thought they just knew the law and is based on people's assumptions, based on what they think they saw, what they think, and how this person is. And then we had one person in there. We wasn't in that jury deliberation room a good 5 minutes. He said from day one he knew he was guilty. And you know how ignorant I am. I said, so after the judge told us that we had to keep an open mind, we could not form a decision until we heard everything. I said, so from day one, you already said he was guilty before listening to anything? And he was like, yep. Yeah. Yeah. So it's crazy. And I don't get and understand why you pick 12 people to go behind closed doors and that person's life is in 12 people's hands that don't know nothing about the law. You leaving it up for their assumption and for them to decide. And I still don't get that.
Let me show you a couple pictures.
Unless
This
they
is
show something of
states
him
67
brandishing
to
or pulling out a
68.
firearm, I don't agree with this decision. Even if he
But
pulled
okay,
it
but
out,
even if he did,
I was about to say, even if he did pull it out, he's running away. He's scared.
but the thing is now the roles reversed. They're the aggressors. So it's 3 on 1. It's 3 on 1. He didn't brandish it in the store. Whether he dropped it or not, he was being chased. I don't care if he dropped it and picked it up. They were the aggressors. A right mind is gonna let 3, 4 people catch up with you when they
Do you
chasing you.
recognize those just to be screenshots from videos we just watched?
They are.
You see 70, 71. You recognize those to be screenshots from the videos we just watched?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Now, the state offers states 67 to 68 for admission into evidence.
Yeah, hopefully there's another camera angle that we're not seeing. Cause this is just sad. I still can't get over this, y'all. Y'all let us know down in the comments what y'all think. Do y'all agree with the verdict? If it was your child and you saw this, are you before the verdict comes out, what is your thought? You've seen all the evidence. You hear both sides from the prosecutors and the defense. What are your thoughts as that jury's going back to deliberate? Once again, condolences to the Carmack-Belton family. Justice was not served, in my opinion.
Mine either.
Don't go and, do what y'all want to do with the business. If y'all want to support it and to continue to shop there, go ahead. But I wouldn't. Their eyes were on him like a hawk as soon as he walked in.
Yeah, racial profiling. And I'm thinking he came in with a I'm thinking he came in with the hoodie on his head. His head was covered. I mean, I don't care if it was 110 degrees outside. Kids wear hoodies now. Hoodies and shorts. Hoodies and sweatpants in the summertime. But they made it seem like he had a hoodie, the hood over his head. You couldn't see him. And he looked suspect and all of that. No, he walked in. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
But yeah, y'all let us know. Until next time, one family.
Endless connections.